Hey, what's going on guys? So this is a quick video just stating that the update for display enhancements is now live. So there's one thing I'd like to note that's pretty important. So this is actually pretty extremely important. Don't go out and update the mod yet. Basically, as soon as you update the mod, any save that has this mod is going to completely break it. It's not going to break the save, but it's going to break the mod. So basically what's going to happen is, if you're on a current save and you update the mod, it's going to remove the spell. It's going to just remove the spell basically, and you won't be able to change anything. So if you have any presets on your screen, they're going to be there forever, and you basically won't be able to do anything. If I get a lot of reports still of this issue, then I can make a quick little patch that people can install to basically get rid of the effects on their current save, if they wish to, but I don't think I should get that much reports. So yeah, if you're using a save that you don't want to have issues, I would not recommend updating until you create a new save. When you create a new save, update, because it'll work fine on new saves. It's just current saves with the mod that currently have it installed. So saves with the mod installed will have issues and basically break the mod. So yeah, that's basically what I had to say there. Now I'd like to note some things that have changed since the last video. So one of the main things that have changed that people will probably like, I don't know, there's now quite a bit of presets. So before there was only like 11. Originally there was up to 11, now there's 30. So basically past 11 or 8 or so, these all need to be used in combination. If you just use them on their own, they will change hardly anything. Like number 30 and number 29 change hardly anything, and you need to use them with presets and you'll see differences, but if you just use them on their own, they won't really change much. So I'm pretty sure I've explained that like 10,000 times, but yeah. Another thing to note is the RGB options. That has been disabled by default. So you now need to go into the options menu here to, this is really bright, I'll create a new one. You now need to go into the options menu here to enable it again, simply because I don't think much people use it, and it significantly slows down the mod like a lot. Like the mod gets slowed down so much because of it. If you've ever wondered why it takes so long to remove all the effects on the screen or to load your preset, it is because of the RGB options. Even if you don't use the RGB, that's what's slowing down the mod, and basically me adding this has allowed me to basically speed the mod up majorly. So as you can see here, like, I can apply these effects like nearly instantly. So like I'm generating heaps of different, it's removing them and then it's generating a new one, and then I'm clicking it again, it's removing them, generating a new one. And you can see it's doing it pretty quickly now. And this is what we want to see. Obviously I wouldn't recommend like clicking it, like spamming it or anything, because you will have issues. Oh my god, that's a terrible preset, fucking terrible. So this generator has like 18 quintillion different results it can give you or something. I don't actually know how much results, but it can give you a shit ton. It's like 27 zeros or something. So, or 27 zeros after a 1, that's what I mean. So yeah, that's basically that. These three, I keep repeating myself. It's late at night, I'm tired, of course, like in the morning, so forgive me, I'm going to repeat, I'm going to stutter, I'm going to be dumb. So, these three dotted lines here, there's meant to be a thing here, but currently it's not there because I can't be fucked programming it at the moment. There's meant to be the info here, so in the future there'll be an update which adds the info to tell you what's been selected and, you know, how much times that's been pressed and whatnot. So that if you wanted to find out what the random generator generated and you want to be able to make it manually, then you'll be able to do that in the future, but currently you can't, just because the time and effort which I can't be bothered putting in. And yeah, I fine-tuned the generator quite a bit, so hopefully results come out pretty well. Sometimes it gives, it's sort of half and half. It can give you pretty nasty ones a lot, but it can give you some pretty good ones. Like, I don't even know what's really changed, but apparently it did something. I don't even know what it did there. And yeah, so along with that, I thought I'd also state that when you disable the RGB, it also disables it in the generator. So I thought I'd add, if people, I thought I'd add, do people want me to add an option to disable HDR, the HDR options for the generator, or just completely? Because, sort of like I did with the RGB, like I can go to here, enable the RGB, and we can go back, and the RGB options will show up here. So that's sort of what that's like. That's sort of how that does that. But I was wondering if people wanted me to do that with the HDR options, because the HDR options can have significant impact on the random generator. It can have some fucking nasty effects. I've seen some pretty nasty effects, like my whole screen's white, or like it just breaks the screen. Sometimes the HDR options does something random, and it does some really fucked up effects to your screen. Like there's like lines that appear across your screen like horizontally, and like blobs grow in the corners. It becomes really fucking weird. I don't know why it happens, but it happens. I don't think it will happen, because it's a pretty low chance it will happen, because I've only ever seen it happen twice from me. Okay, it sort of happened there, but it sort of went away. But yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about in this video. I don't know if I noted the last video. I think I did, but I'll note again. The save settings should work fine. Should work fine with everything, just not the RGB. The RGB options could have issues when you try save and load them, so just be aware of that. But everything else should save and load fine. If there's issues there, do let me know, because I'm unsure. If you don't want to have any issues saving and loading, or saving your preset, make sure you select your preset in order. So like if you have select like 11, 5 and 8, it may have issues. So instead of doing 11, 5, 8, do 5, 8, 11 in order, because the loading system goes in order, so it starts at 1, goes to 30, and it's sort of the same for the cinematic HDR and the RGB. It goes in order, and yeah, and I've seen some presets, they layer on top of each other, but some of them override each other, and it gets really weird. I don't know why it does it. You'll see it when you use the generator. Sometimes when you use the generator and you see it remove the generator settings, you'll see there will be presets there that you didn't see when it generated them. But yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I have fun clicking the generating option a lot. I love sitting there and pressing this generate random. Like, I find it awesome, just to see what it comes up with. But yeah, hopefully people use that option, because it's quite cool, and I'm getting really nasty ones now. That's great. And hopefully you don't get real nasty ones. Hopefully you find some good gems with the random generator. And yeah, this is quite a shitty one. Wow. Yeah, give me some feedback on the mod. If it breaks your display enhancements, let me know, and I'll whip up a patch when I can. And yeah, let me know what you think about the update, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, have a good one.